Okay, in this example we've got an expression for un. We pronounce this un. That n is called a subscript or a suffix. Okay, so if I want to know what un is, I need to know a value for n, and I just plug it into the formula. So in part A, to work out u3, I'm taking n to equal 3, so I just plug that in. So all the n's, so I can use empty bracket notation. So if un equals n brackets n plus 2, then u bracket equals bracket, and then bracket plus 2. So all the n's have become brackets, and I just plug my value in. So I just sub in the 3 for the n's, which is u3 equals 3 brackets 3 plus 2, which is 3 times 5, which is 15. So that's my u3, and u5 equals, so same idea again, but this time all the n's become 5s. So I've got 5 times 7, which is 35. Okay, then I've got to part B, I've got to do the same thing with n minus 1. So I've got u bracket equals that bracket times that bracket plus 1, and it wants me to sub in n minus 1. So the bracket has n minus 1 every time it appears. Oh, except I fouled up. This should be a plus 2 instead of a plus 1. So this is going to simplify to n minus 1. And this second bracket can be tidied up to n plus 1. So that's my expression for u n minus 1. And then we've got to find an expression for un, which is this thing here, minus u n minus 1. So for part C, un minus u n minus 1 is, well, I think I'm going to need to multiply out. So un is n squared plus 2n multiplying out. And I can multiply this out, so I could have given this answer as n squared minus 1. This is the difference of two squares pattern. Okay, so I've got to take this away. Be really careful with brackets here. If I'm taking away something which is already a subtraction, I must use brackets here. Minus n squared minus 1. So when I remove the brackets, I'm going to get n squared minus n squared. So these are actually going to cancel. I'm going to have 2n, and then it's minus 1, which is plus 1. So my answer for un take away un minus 1 is 2n plus 1. And here we've got another sequence that's set up in a similar way, un in terms of n. This is called the general term of a sequence, or defining it in terms of the nth term. Okay, so I've got to find the first 5 terms of this sequence. So the first term is called u1. So the new idea here, I guess, is that the subscript is telling us the position in the sequence. So for this one, u1 just means the first term, and that's going to be, well, I copy out this, but un is n bracket squared minus 3. And I'm subbing in first of all, n has become 1, so I put a 1 in there. So I've got 1 squared minus 3, which is minus 2. u2 equals bracket squared minus 3, but this time I put 2 in for n. And I get 4 minus 3, which is 1. Okay, what comes next? u3, 3 comes after 2, is 3 squared minus 3, which is 6. u4 equals 4 squared minus 3, 16 minus 3 is 13. And u5 is 5 squared minus 3, which is 22. All of these get double underlined because they're all parts of the answer. In fact, it would be quite nice to give the answer minus 2, 1, 6, 13, 22, so everything's summarized. So that would be good like that. Okay, and then we've got to find the 20th term, so we're simply taking the 20th term is simply u20. So I'm taking n to equal 20 in my formula. So I'll put 20 in the bracket. So it's 400. 20 squared is 400 minus 3 is 397. End of. Oops. Hope you can read that. That's what your working should look like for that. So nothing difficult yet, I hope you'll agree.